The truth has finally leaked, and it is absolutely sickening. It's following what has been days, weeks, months of ridiculous rumors surrounding LeBron James and his unhappiness in Los Angeles, even rumors regarding a trade. The truth has been leaked by Dave McMenamin, and it is sickening. We're going to break down exactly what these reports are and discuss what it means going forward, as what he had to say has fans fired up. We're also going to break down a few other interesting notes on this episode, but before we get into it all, folks, you guys have been absolute beasts with the support. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys again for your continued support over here as we're on the road to the big goal of 25,000 subscribers and, of course, the bigger goal of 30,000, folks. There has been a lot of speculation going around, a lot of reports from Brian Windhorst, a lot of reports from Ramona Shelburne about LeBron James being unhappy in Los Angeles, about LeBron James, of course, wanting to potentially leave, and it all stemmed from the Rich Paul initial report once he signed, or opted in rather, to his player option, and saying that he wants to win now and he's going to be closely monitoring the Lakers situation. That has been spun into, Dave McMenamin and all these guys coming out, or sorry, Dave McMenamin as well, having to come out yesterday, but also Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst basically clamoring that the, Lakers and LeBron, there's some beef there. And yesterday, they tried to get LeBron in the broadcast to talk about his situation with the Lakers, and he said, I have nothing to talk about. And this, of course, fueled some speculation about whether he's happy in LA, whether things are going good, things are going bad. And guess what? Dave McMenamin came out and dropped some bombshell reports. Now, we're going to dive into the Summer League game, but it was at the Summer League game where this happened here. Dave McMenamin came out and he basically said, and there was, of course, a report from Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne that came out basically saying that LeBron wasn't notified of the sale, and that the Lakers blindsided LeBron James with Jeannie Buss, selling the team. And then Dave McMenamin came out and revealed the truth. LeBron was notified of the sale of the Lakers through his representatives, but didn't make a public statement. ESPN has updated their article because Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne initially both said that, of course, and again, kind of started causing a bunch of interesting rumors to spread around, especially following Brian Windhorst's report. But you can see this here. This is exactly why I wasn't buying into the rumors circulating yesterday. It feels like the media is trying to create a story, Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne, that isn't there. While LeBron hasn't publicly denied any of it, perhaps he feels he doesn't need to. And here's was the exact updated article from ESPN. When the Buss family agreed to sell majority stake in the franchise and Mark Walter on June 18th, Doncic was given a heads up after the publication of this article. Sources said James was notified of the sale via his representation, but he did not post any public acknowledgement. Of course, there was a big report saying that LeBron was, again, blindsided, didn't know, all these different things. And then, of course, they had to update their article because that wasn't the case, at all. He actually did know. And there seems to be a lot of beef going around that isn't actually, there surrounding the Lakers and LeBron James. And that's basically what Dave McMenamin came out and said yesterday. He came out on the broadcast prior to the Summer League game and said essentially that, yes, there's a lot of rumors going around from various ESPN reporters about how specifically the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James's camp have been maybe not necessarily communicating as well, all these different things. Dave McMenamin just basically came out and said, hey, that's not really the case. The Lakers, from the Lakers side, have been told their business as usual. That's what Dave McMenamin said. Business as usual. They're going to continue to pump out, hopefully a good team, and obviously they want to remain competitive. And from LeBron's side, he said he has nothing to talk about. They're still obviously going to remain, competitive. Rich Paul said LeBron has not requested a trade of any kind. Not only has LeBron not requested a trade of any kind, there was only 4 teams that contacted Rich Paul with interest in trading for LeBron. So, according to Dave McMenamin, everything is good. And of course, yes, there were teams that contacted the Lakers. What teams are those? We're still up in the air. But Rich Paul came out and confirmed that all these reports from Brian Windhorst, Ramona Shelburne, all this speculative information is not, true. Like, obviously, LeBron wants to win. He's in the tail end of his career. The very end of his career. He has a year or two left. We would assume maybe a little bit more. He wants to win. But all the reporting about how LeBron wasn't, notified of the sale and that he's unhappy in LA, it is mostly fabricated, at least according to what Dave McMenamin said. And of course, they tried to get him on the broadcast to kind of clarify. But if you're LeBron James, there's really nothing to clarify here. You're trying to win a championship. He has made no public request to make a trade, request a trade. He has made no public request or any statement saying otherwise. And of course, it's all just stemmed from a bunch of different, not going to say false reporting, by Ramona Shelburne and, regarding LeBron James. And Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst, we think back to what LeBron said about Brian Windhorst initially, that how, he's not his friend, all these different things. Of course, they came up into the business together. But in the past, at least, Jeannie Buss's mouthpiece was Ramona Shelburne, which, makes things interesting there. So it's a situation to monitor. But essentially, Dave McMenamin came out and said no trade request has been made. There has been indeed he was notified. LeBron James was notified. And at the end of the day, they're in a fine spot. Both the team, LeBron James, Rich Paul, he acknowledged 4 teams contacted Rich Paul with interest in trading for LeBron, and then Rich Paul acknowledged, hey, none of which are none of which are going to go through, at least at this moment, because LeBron has not requested a trade. They haven't even discussed. Dave McConnell said they haven't even discussed a trade. So for everyone thinking LeBron is going to get traded, it's not going to happen, at least not right now. Maybe they'll monitor the situation and, see what happens at the trade deadline. I don't expect they're going to trade LeBron James. Makes the team so much money. LeBron himself is comfortable in LA. Yes, he's going to monitor the team situation regarding competing, but they just acquired DeAndre Ayton. They still have work to do, and it's going to be interesting. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on that. But there's also some other interesting tidbits that came out. And a veteran NBA executive a few days ago came out and didn't hold back on the Lakers offseason. He said it's not impressive at all. And saving cap space for 2027 when you've got LeBron and Luka, that's idiotic. And this is what's kind of fueled a bunch of the speculation. Yes, there was reports from Ramona Shelburne, reports from Brian Windhorst, all these different things. But we have other NBA executives now kind of piggybacking and snowballing on all of this information, basically saying that, again, the report came out that Rob Pelinka was attempting to save for the 2027, free agency period where he can go out and get a max player. If that is the case, which the report did come out, I strongly disagree. I think you need to go kind of all in now while you have LeBron. And it seems like they're operating under the mindset that LeBron James is going to be on the team. I don't know if, again, I want to let you guys kind of decide for yourselves. What do you think about this quote in particular? Do you think it is dumb to be saving, salary for 2027, saving cap space? I don't know if that's the way they're operating. That's what the reports have come out and said, because you look at the team right now. I like it, right? And of course, they're involved in the trade market. Seems that the Heat are holding on to Andrew Wiggins in surprising fashion. Like, this bench needs some work. DeAnthony Melton, he still hasn't signed, right? He's still with the, in the free agency period, reportedly going to sign with the Warriors, but that hasn't been confirmed yet either. It's been a bunch of, the funny thing is, like, it's been a bunch of speculation. It's been a bunch of, I guess, he say, she say, but at the same time, the team, to their credit, like, they haven't really done a lot. Rob Pelinka hasn't really done a whole lot to put and instill confidence in the fan base, at least. And of course, you get DeAndre Ayton, you luck into that a little bit. Jake LaRavia, you need to go out and actually get more pieces. We're seeing Bronny James. He's probably going to have an impact next year on the actual team, which is surprising. He's been really, really good. Darius Baisley, is he going to be able to get a chance? That's another question. But at the end of the day, all the speculation about LeBron and him not being notified, that was a lie. A lot of the speculation in general was, propaganda by Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens from here surrounding the situation, because it only gets more interesting. A couple other things before I wrap up. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with the the summer league guys, because Bronny James looked really, really good. Christian Koloko, really good. Darius Baisley, I think, is a guy who actually has a chance to make this team. They need another defender. If only Jared Vanderbilt could shoot, obviously we would all like that, but for Darius Baisley, a very, very solid, really good summer league start. Very good defender. I had a video on him, and Hunter had a video on him as well. And Cole Swider, he's an absolute sharpshooter. Played for the Raptors last year and has played for the past 3 or 4 seasons there in the NBA with various teams. But that'll wrap it up. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. A ton of speculation. The truth finally came out. It's not what we all thought.